Well, actor and musician Jared Leto has been accused of sexual misconduct and predatory behaviour by 9 women.
Yeah, let's catch up. Here's our entertainment editor, Peter Ford. Hi, Pete. This has come to light in a new report, yeah?
Yes, it has. And a number of the 9 women were underage when this flirtation began.
9 voices, stretching from mid-2000s Hollywood cafes to a glossy 2025 magazine exposé, just blew the lid off Jared Leto's carefully crafted mystique. They call the 53-year-old Oscar winner predatory, terrifying, and unacceptable, claiming years of late-night calls, unwanted exposure, and power-soaked pressure that allegedly began when some of them were still in high school. All 9 accounts landed in airmail on June 7, 2025, detonating an open secret that insiders say has hovered over Leto for 2 decades. But the accusations are only the final beat in a story lined with cult island retreats, method acting mayhem, and a $200 million Disney gamble suddenly dangling by a thread. Keep listening. The red flags started waving long before anyone heard today's bombshells, and every chapter gets stranger.
Model Laura LaRue claimed she met the Oscar winner at an animal rights benefit in 2008 she attended with her mom when the actor was 36 and she was 16. Despite allegedly asking her age and learning she was 16, the actor still asked for her number. The two reportedly began emailing. LaRue then claimed she visited Leto, where he allegedly flirted with her. She also claimed she continued sporadically seeing him and on one occasion alleged he walked out of a room, quote, completely naked.
Back in September 2005, when flip phones snapped grainy party pics and Perez Hilton ruled gossip blogs, the New York Post dropped a grenade. Jared Leto likes him young. Reporters claimed the 33-year-old Oscar hopeful spent late nights texting clusters of 16 and 17-year-old models bunking at Manhattan's Maritime Hotel, only to ghost them once curfews kicked in. His publicist laughed it off as recycled tabloid fodder. Fans laughed too, until the stories metastasized. Fast forward 6 months, Beverly Hills. An animal rights gala buzzes with champagne and soft jazz. 16-year-old Laura LaRue poses for a red carpet selfie. Leto ambles over, says he loves rescue animals, and slips a number into her clutch. 3 months later, she visits his home studio, still 17, and watches in shock as the actor strolls out naked, teasing and flirting the whole time. The pattern widens. At Earth Cafe in 2006, a teen heads for the restroom. A strong hand catches her wrist. Jared Leto. He chats, pockets her digits, calls days later with a voice she describes as creepy, low, maybe drunk. He asks, "Have you ever had a boyfriend? Ever sucked a D?" She's 16, starstruck, terrified. Then DJ Alley Tales blasts Instagram. You're not really in LA until Jared Leto tries to force himself on you backstage, in a kilt and snow hat. She was 17, he 39. Tales calls the encounter predatory, terrifying, unacceptable. From coffee shops to stage wings, each story hums the same tune. Instant charm, sudden intimacy. A deliberate tilt toward girls who still need parental signatures for field trips. These blips aren't isolated, they're warning sirens. If a cafe grab raised eyebrows, a private Croatian island will drop jaws.
Breaking news, it's expanded into Mars Island, which takes place in Croatia. You're telling me that I not only have to shell out to see the boys, aka just 2 members at this point, Jared and Shannon Leto, I have to pay to see them in Malibu, fly out there, but if I want to hang out with the lads again, I gotta go all the way to Croatia? Apparently the main attraction at this camp now is the fact that it's not just a camp, it's a cult!
Sail 40 minutes off Croatia's coast and the Adriatic opens onto Mars Island. Pine-studded shorelines, linen white tents, and hundreds of fans cloaked in identical robes. Tickets? $6,499 US. Perks? Yoga at sunrise, vegan buffets at noon, and nightly sing-alongs led by Prophet Jared, who drifts barefoot between bonfires quoting Rumi and 30 Seconds to Mars lyrics. Even L'Officiel dubbed the gathering the cult of Jared Leto. And the band's official X account winked, yes, this is a cult. First-timers gush about spiritual awakenings. Skeptics see a pay-to-pray fantasy. Imagine a Christian youth camp mashed with Coachella, but your pastor is a shirtless movie star. One attendee jokes. Yet beneath the kumbaya, power dynamics simmer. At least 3 accusers say they dodged personal invites because they already knew the rumors. One labels Mars Island a gilded funnel, a place where worship smothers second thoughts. Back in Los Angeles, the Prophet's hillside compound fuels darker whispers. Party regulars recall a ratio of 60 barely legal women to maybe 5 men. Assistants roaming with Polaroids, coaxing guests to skinny dip before Leto descended in swim trunks. The ratio, a witness size, was the point. Hollywood naturally started subtweeting. Dylan Sprouse poked, "Yo at Jared Leto." After sliding into every model's DMs, what's the success rate? Director James Gunn dry deleted his own jab. He starts at 18. The tweets flickered across timelines, momentary sparks that died in the scroll, but insiders felt the static. Robe rituals, skinny dip ratios, viral jokes, each piece fits like mosaic tile. From the outside, it looks eccentric. From the inside, some say it feels like grooming disguised as spiritual fellowship. When veterans joke about your dating pool, the next chorus usually echoes from studio hallways. April 2022. Grammy's red carpet. Cameras catch Leto chatting with 18-year-old newcomer Olivia Rodrigo. Fans meme, "Olivia, run," across TikTok, overlaying the clip with Sprouse's tweet. The algorithm merges past rumors with present optics. Yet, money muffles risk. At pitch meetings, executives still said, "He's transformative. He sells overseas." A veteran producer confided to Airmail, "Everybody's heard something, but nobody brings the smoking gun." Smokeless maybe, but the room smelled of smoke. Whispers alone rarely topple idols. It took Leto's own extreme method headlines to thrust private suspicion into public spectacle. Cue the era where acting dedication blurred into real-world menace.
Well, it's Gucci, and it's Gucci. It's head by Gucci. Yeah, it's a little bizarre.
For Sony's ill-fated Morbius, Leto insisted on living the role's degenerative pain. Between takes, he shuffled on crutches so slowly that restroom breaks ballooned to 45 minutes. Production lost an hour a day until crew struck a truce. They wheeled the Marvel vampire to the toilet like a reluctant monarch. It wasn't new. On Blade Runner 2049, he blinded himself with opaque contacts, navigating cavernous sets via human guide. Denis Villeneuve swore the actor walked like a prophet. Some crewmates used harsher nouns. Rewind to 1999. For Requiem for a Dream, he dropped 25 pounds, slept on New York streets, and abstained from sex, sugar, and smiles to stay hungry for everything. Critics applauded, paramedics rolled their eyes. Sometimes, process morphed into aggression. 2007 MTVU Woody Awards. Leto allegedly clamps Elijah Wood's neck for chuckling at 30 seconds to Mars. Wood, a pacifist hobbit off-screen, later told Jane the choke felt ridiculous and disturbingly intense. Home turf offers gothic flavor. Leto bought a Cold War film lab turned mansion, complete with blast doors and, by his cheerful admission, a functioning guillotine for people who misbehave. The pièce de résistance, 2019 Met Gala, theme camp. Leto glides in crimson Gucci, cradling a hyper-real replica of his severed head. Fashion editors swooned. Late-night hosts asked if the prop doubled as a warning. Fans call the theatrics bold artistry. Skeptics see a man testing boundaries on and off camera. Meanwhile, 9 women stitched screenshots, flight receipts, and panic-typed diary entries, ready to speak. Their voices finally erupt on June 7, 2025.
The news outlet Airmail published an article over the weekend titled "The Cult of Leto." He has acted in everything from American Psycho to House of Gucci. Now Jared Leto stands accused of impropriety by 9 women.
Elena Claverino's Airmail feature lands like artillery. 8 pages, 9 women, 20 years worth of unease. Headline: It's really kind of creepy. Each story sharpens a different edge of the same blade. Accuser number 1, DJ Alley Tales recounts the kilt and snow hat encounter, says Leto, knew my age and didn't care. Accuser number 2. The Earth Cafe teen describes late-night calls sliding into explicit territory. Accuser number 3, model Laura LaRue, repeats the naked studio anecdote. Leto's camp counters that she later applied to be his assistant, which LaRue flatly denies. Accuser number 4. A 20-year-old approached by Leto's aide at an 18-plus club. She says the actor's kink just didn't feel right. Accuser number 5 drops the most graphic bomb. After she turned 18, Leto allegedly pulled out his penis, set her hand on it, and whispered, "I want you to spit on it." Accusers number 6 to number 9 paint pool party rituals. Assistants encourage very young women to skinny dip while 4 or 5 older men watch. Supporting documents stack high. Dated texts, "You up?" at 2:47 a.m. Backstage wristband photos, airline invoices to Mars Island. 2 women sign sworn declarations. 3 hire the civil firm that battled Harvey Weinstein. Response is immediate. Leto's spokesperson highlights 35 sober years and brands the claims malicious, defamatory rumor-mongering. The band's lawyer threatens litigation. The hashtag #CancelJared ignites, peaking at 890,000 K tweets. Public interest spikes, 7.8 million article views in 48 hours. Reddit AMAs dissecting the timeline, TikTok sleuths overlaying screenshots with Met Gala footage. Rumor graduates to record. Studios can't claim ignorance. 2 blockbuster films now hang on a fraying rope. Disney's Tron. Ares wrapped months ago at an estimated $175 to $200 million. To break even, analysts say it must rake $400 million worldwide. Suddenly, petitions surge past 220,000 signatures demanding Leto's removal. Fan forums dubbed the project canceled in advance. Mouse House strategists map 3 scenarios. Reshoot with a new lead, costly. Bury the film on Disney+, brand hit. Or gamble that outrage cools before the October 10th premiere. Amazon MGM sweats too. Their live-action Masters of the Universe has Leto masked as Skeletor opposite heartthrob Nicholas Galitzine. Mid-shoot sources cite deep-fake contingency plans. Execs joke about digitally de-rezzing Leto, a meta-nod to Tron. Collateral damage spreads. Gucci freezes a fragrance campaign. Sirius again yanks 30 seconds to Mars. Spotify streams drop 37% in a night. A Kansas alt-rock station polls listeners, 74% vote, never play him again. Meanwhile, Leto supporters launch hashtag #AStandWithJared, citing lack of charges. But the tag trends a mere 6 hours before drowning beneath stitched TikToks of problematic moments. Sponsors care less about verdicts than optics. Investors hate uncertainty. Still, courts, not comment sections, wield real teeth. And statutes of limitation aren't as tight as fans assume. 3 accusers now share counsel with Weinstein survivors. California's Assembly Bill 218 extends civil windows. Childhood assault lawsuits can be filed until age 40. Attorneys plan claims of sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and possibly civil conspiracy if staffers facilitated access. Criminally, the map is messy. LA County could investigate, but some acts occurred in New York or Croatia. Federal prosecutors might explore the Mann Act if minors crossed borders at Leto's invitation. Digital forensics firms already mirror decade-old MySpace archives, reviving deleted BlackBerry chats. Subpoena season looms, and discovery alone can scorch reputations, even if juries never hear the case. 2017's hashtag #MeToo showed power can evaporate overnight. 2025's Leto saga tests whether lightning still strikes. Fans once worshipped his chameleon artistry. Rockstar screams, Oscar tears, cult robes. Now TikTok stitches Met Gala head cradling with the phrase, "likes 'em young," remixing tabloid history into digestible horror shorts. Hashtag #IStandWithJared collapses beneath video receipts. Hashtag Prophet or Predator racks 1.2 million views in 3 days. Survivor advocacy accounts post templates. If Leto or his circle contacts you, screenshot here. Reddit crowdsources a living timeline. Investigative reporters hover. Russell Brand lost gigs when accusations aired. Chris D'Elia's tour cratered when DMs surfaced. Leto sits at a crossroads. Blockbuster lead or industry leper. Some pundits insist audiences forget by opening weekend. We still watched Bohemian Rhapsody after Singer. Others sense a tipping point. One viral comment reads, "If a guy running a literal cult gets a pass, #MeToo was just season 1. Studios weigh not just ticket sales, but workforce morale. A Disney animator tweets, "Hard to market, imagine the future when your star allegedly exploited kids." 2 hours later, the tweet vanishes. Screenshots don't. The curtain hasn't fallen. Criminal filings, union votes, sponsor stances all spin in real time. Yet the myth of Jared Leto, ageless, mercurial, untouchable, now sports a visible fissure. Whether it shatters depends on courts, corporations, and millions of viewers deciding where to spend dollars and attention. 2 decades of smoke, 9 piercing testimonies, cult islands, method mayhem, and a $200 million blockbuster teetering on the edge. Jared Leto's saga isn't gossip. It's a mirror held to celebrity power. Courts may take years, studios may hedge bets, but culture already shifted. An idol's aura can't drown a chorus of determined voices. If 9 people can silence an arena's roar, imagine the volume when the rest of us really start listening. Comments are open. Where do you think this ends?